play me like puppets, pulling your strings, divide and conquer, that's the scheme. The feeling, the demons keeping you in fear.
All right, fellow sci-fi enthusiasts, and anyone who's ever wondered if gasoline had feelings or walked the earth before the degenerate human species came along. Let us delve into the world of fossil fuels, the greasy underbelly of your planet, and the fuel that keeps your questionable life choices running. First off, let's ditch the whole dead dinosaur juice narrative, and let us drop a truth bomb bigger than the Exxon Valdez spill. There is plenty of fuel on Saturn's moon Titan, a place lonelier than your DMs after posting a selfie from Comic-Con. No dinosaurs there, but the planet is a cosmic gas station, so if it isn't the dinosaurs, where's this liquid black gold coming from? Turns out Mother Earth might be brewing her own crude cocktails down in her fiery mantle. Imagine a basement party in the Earth's core, complete with lava kegs and tectonic plate DJs. That's where these hydrocarbon babies are getting their groove on. Okay folks, here's a curveball for the Non-Renewable Energy League. Imagine this, if hydrocarbons are partying like rock stars underground, isn't it time for humans to become ultimate party crashers? Why not get out every single hydrocarbon droplet, like squeezing that last bit of toothpaste from the tube? Or wait, you're too busy with Operation Dino Resurrection? Planning to bring back the T-Rex, throw it a goodbye party, and then tuck it into Earth's core for a million-year nap? Perhaps if you took your head out of you-know-where and funneled all that cash you spend on wars into inventing the world's best hydrocarbon drill to suck up that liquid gold from every nook and cranny on Earth, then you would have all the oil you want. But I guess capitalism beats innovation every time, doesn't it? Now, I hear you thinking, you want us to extract more oil by making better oil drills? Aren't fossil fuels like the bad guys in a CO2 pollution movie? Before you all start crying like Greta at a coal mine tour, no one is denying climate change here. And before you start blaming every heat wave on CO2 emissions, let's address the farting cow in the room. Let us throw some shade on the whole carbon dioxide narrative. First, let's talk about ice cores. You know, those fancy frozen popsicles scientists pull out of glaciers to get a glimpse of the past. Turns out they show Earth's climate has always been a temperamental diva, throwing ice ages and heat waves like nobody's business, long before anyone was driving a gas-guzzling SUV. And speaking of SUVs, let's not forget the money grab, the green gold rush if you will. Carbon trading, renewable energy, electric cars, climate research. Yup, you heard that right. Climate research. Suddenly every human is a climate expert, peddling solutions faster than a used car salesman on commission. Could it be, just maybe, that some folks are more interested in lining their pockets than saving the planet? I'm not saying everyone's a climate hustler, but when you see more green in wallets than on leaves, you got to raise an eyebrow, right? I would, but I don't have any eyebrows. And don't even get me started on the climate models used that are about as reliable as using an Xbox controller to navigate a submarine to the Titanic. We all know how this went. Don't get me wrong, some of the models are solid, like that time they predicted the ice caps would melt faster than a politician's promise in campaign season. Let's face it, humans are like a family huddled around a fireplace, sweating like the guy who just ate 5 ghost peppers. And instead of blaming the extra logs, they point fingers at the guy who dared fart the loudest. But hey, maybe the real culprit isn't some invisible methane culprit, but the giant celestial fireball hanging out in the sky. The sun. This grumpy orange star throws tantrums hotter than a dragon with indigestion. And guess what? It might just be cranking up your little planet's oven setting. What's a few degrees between friends, right? Science tells you the sun emits energy, some getting absorbed, warming things up, others bouncing back like a rogue ping-pong ball. Now here's the kicker. Earth's capacity to reflect solar energy is limited, much like the restrained bounce of a ball in a confined space. So if the sun cranks the power dial past this planet's cozy fire setting, the only thing bouncing back is the fragility of your scientific hypotheses. Want to see the bill for turning a blind eye on science that does not fit with your political agenda? Volcanoes erupting like champagne geysers, hurricanes doing the tequila twist, and polar bears catching waves on tsunamis. You will be at the ultimate end of the world karaoke party, belting out tunes with glaciers melting like ice cream on a hot sidewalk. Meanwhile, you will be dancing the apocalypse tango on what used to be a civilization. And who knows, maybe in the end all this chaos will birth something new, something beautiful, something even more ridiculously absurd than this very joke called humanity.
While some content on this channel may be found to draw inspiration from real events or scenarios, it is important to note that such elements are reimagined and used solely in a fictional context. Our videos are created for entertainment purposes only and should not be considered factual representations of actual events.